So let's talk about Richard Donner's buddy cop flick, Lethal Weapon, which is celebrating its 35th anniversary this year. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1987 buddy cop action comedy thriller flick Lethal Weapon, released by Warner Brothers, directed and co-produced by Richard Donner. The film was written by Shane Black, yes, you heard me correctly, who that same year would be in Predator, and he'd also go on to direct, Iron Man 3 and The Predator, and was co-produced by Joel Silver. Anyway, now the film was actually released on this day 35 years ago, so today is the anniversary, which explains why I just wanted to say this year and not today, okay? So that way I wouldn't have to be, Anyway, yes, it was 35 years today on March 6th that this film came out. The film stars Mel Gibson and Danny Glover as mismatched LAPD detectives Riggs and Murtaugh. Yes, as they work together as partners. The film also has Gary Busey, Tom Atkins, Darlene Love, and Mitchell Ryan. Anyway, this film was pretty big and what have you. This would be the start of a big franchise. So, let's get into the story. Following the recent death of his wife, LAPD Narcotics Sergeant Martin Riggs, a former Special Forces soldier, has become suicidal and erratic. Despite the protests of the police psychiatrist, the captain believes Riggs is faking his psychosis to be forcibly retired with a generous pension and partners him with fellow war veteran and homicide sergeant Roger Murtaugh. Riggs and Murtaugh do not get along, as Murtaugh is equally dismissive of Riggs' mental state, but is eventually convinced Riggs is truly suicidal. Murtaugh is contacted by former Vietnam War friend Michael Hunsucker, ostensibly to help his daughter Amanda escape her life of prostitution and pornography. But Amanda kills herself by jumping from an apartment balcony before she and Murtaugh meet. Her autopsy shows she was fatally poisoned with tainted drugs, indicating she was potentially murdered. Riggs and Murtaugh attempt to question her pimp, but are assaulted after finding drugs on the premises, forcing Riggs to kill the pimp to save Murtaugh's life. Their final lead is Dixie, a prostitute who witnessed Amanda's death and whom the pair believe may have poisoned her. Dixie's home explodes as they arrive and her corpse is later recovered. Riggs locates components of a mercury switch explosive among the debris, a specialty explosive he recalls being used by Central Intelligence Agency, of course CIA, mercenaries in Vietnam. The suspect is detailed by neighborhood children who noticed he had an elite Special Forces tattoo similar to Riggs. Murtaugh suspects Hunsucker is withholding information. So Riggs and Murtaugh visit Hunsucker during Amanda's funeral, where he reveals he worked for Shadow Company, a defunct CIA paramilitary unit which secretly ran the Vietnam War out of Laos and took over the substantial heroin trade in the area from the natives. After the war, the ex-CIA agents, mercenaries and soldiers involved reformed Shadow Company and began shipping large quantities of heroin from Asia to the U.S. Under the leadership of retired General Peter McAllister and his right-hand man, Mr. Joshua, Hunsucker's role as a banker allowed him to make illicit funds seem legitimate. He initially called Murtaugh to confess and turn witness against Shadow Company, and McAllister had Amanda killed in retaliation. Joshua arrives in a helicopter and shoots Hunsucker to death. before escaping. Joshua later attempts to kill Riggs in a drive-by shooting, but the latter is saved by his bulletproof vest. Riggs' death is faked to give the pair an advantage. Alright, now for the ending. You know the procedure like always. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, please continue on. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Concerned Murtaugh knows too much. Shao Company kidnaps his daughter, Ryan, and forces Murtaugh to meet them at El Mirage Lake. Riggs provides sniper support to help Murtaugh and Ryan escape. But all three are captured and recovered to a nightclub basement, a Shao Company front. Riggs and Murtaugh are tortured for info until Riggs escapes, kills several Shao Company members, and frees Murtaugh and Ryan. Although Joshua escapes, Murtaugh kills McAllister. Deducing Joshua will seek revenge at Murtaugh's home, Riggs and Murtaugh ambush him. Riggs defeats Joshua in a brawl, but decides not to kill him. Police officers take Joshua into custody, but he breaks free, takes an officer's gun, and attempts to shoot Riggs and Murtaugh. The pair return fire, killing Joshua. A short time later, after visiting his wife's grave, Riggs shares a Christmas Day meal with Murtaugh and his family. Riggs gives Murtaugh a hollow-point bullet he has been saving to commit suicide, as he no longer needs it. End of story. So what did I think of Lethal Weapon? Well, I've seen it a few times, and I'm gonna say it's good. This was a good way to start off this here franchise. Now, I really loved the performances we got from everyone here. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover especially. Gibson playing Riggs and Glover playing Murtaugh. Yeah, they were all good. Gary Busey plays Mr. Joshua. He was good. Mitchell Ryan played McAllister. Playing Hunsucker is Tom Atkins. A lot of you might know him best from maybe some certain scary movies like Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, or The Fog. Playing Murtaugh's wife Trish is R&B diva Darlene Love. Yeah, that's right. You heard me correctly. That's the actual R&B diva of the singer. Let's see. We have others. Jackie Swanson plays Amanda. Tracy Wolf plays Rhiannon. Playing Murtaugh's other kids, Damon Hines plays Nick, and Ebony Smith plays Carrie. And there's many others, and what have you. But anyway, yeah. It has a pretty good cast and what have you. The score is really good too, as the music was done by Michael Kamen along with rocker Eric Clapton. That's right. Who actually did the guitar part of Riggs' theme for the movie. Now, of course, this wouldn't be the first time that Kamen and Clapton had worked together. They recently did music for the BBC TV series Edge of Darkness, the feature adaptation of which would later, by coincidence, star Mel Gibson. Let's see here. Yeah. And David Sanborn plays the saxophone part of Murtaugh's theme, which that was pretty cool. Anyway, the film did pretty well and was a big hit at the box office when it was released. It was number 1 for 3 weeks, and it would be considered to be one of the best buddy cop films of all time, influencing many films such as Hot Fuzz, Tango and Cash, Bad Boys, and the Rush Hour franchise. The film got some pretty good reviews and what have you. It got released on physical media numerous times as well. In 2000, they actually got a special director's cut of the film, which is 7 minutes longer than the original theatrical release, which is 110 minutes. But anyway, I really liked it for what it was. It provides some real fun humor, good action, a great group of characters and music and stuff like that. I'm gonna say Lethal Weapon's just so awesome. With all that said, in the end, would I recommend Lethal Weapon? The answer is hell yeah. This is a flick you need to see if you haven't. So you gotta check out. I definitely gotta see that director's cut. I wish I had a VCR here because I got some of my Pop Zone movies and I saw that the director's cut of Lethal Weapon is among one of them. Anyway, at least I think it is. But anyway, the film went on to make 120 million, worldwide, and got nominated for an Academy Award for Best Sound Mixing, but it lost to The Last Emperor though. But anyway, it would go on to have 3 sequels as well as a television series. So anyway, now you know about Lethal Weapon and why I like it. It's awesome. I will be talking about the sequels during the next few days. So anyway, what are your thoughts on Lethal Weapon? You can tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I bring to you a review of Lethal Weapon 2. Thank you for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider checking out my reviews for these other buddy flicks and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is my review for Bad Boys from 1995. The upper right-hand corner is my review for one of my absolute favorite buddy flicks, that being Smokey and the Bandit from 1977. Or if you want something different, you can see my review of a film that Richard Donner did long before he did Lethal Weapon and even before he directed the original Superman in The Omen from 1976, which of course is a suspense horror flick. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.